Right,
Yeah.
welcome back to... Is it rain? Is this actually rain?
Yes, this is actually rain. I know,
Welcome.
we're as shocked as you are, audience.
I know.
Welcome to today's episode, everybody. This is the tired stream of rain, where everyone has decided that, hey, rain was a thing.
It's the first time in like 6 years that none of us have actually had something conflicting.
Yeah,
It's
Zeb
finally
has
succeeded her winter
already
rules, that's all.
raised
Is the-
having his in-laws over.
Yeah. Yep.
Taryn is a bit tired, but has decided to show up anyway. Real true.
Listen, if you're playing loud music and you notice that it's 3 a.m., please stop.
Discard is always here because I always am.
The thing is, they have to notice.
Discard, a man of consistency. I say about myself. And Zed lives.
Hey, I don't have to deal with fixing a sink this weekend, so yeah.
It's all good.
I thought that
She'll-
happened like in the middle of the week.
No, it just took me that long to fix it.
So you're saying that the sink was unsunk?
Yes.
It's gonna be a long day.
Yes. So, casting your mind back to the dawn of time, when we actually started this campaign. So, quick refresher. You are the True Kingdom. Your capital is Snakefort, and
Huzzah!
you're currently in Buckingham, having taken the job of a very fine man.
A man who makes you want to kill him just by looking at him.
It has a
Orlando
unibrow.
Bloom, I mean,
Look, how could you not like
For,
that man
for
with
the
a
record,
unibrow?
nothing against Orlando Bloom, but this character is just like... ugh.
Yeah.
just saw the unibrow. Perfect.
Yeah, it takes a second
Perfect.
to pop in.
Although I love the outfit. I really love the outfit.
Yeah, it's a good outfit. It's just the whole ensemble just...
He's functioning exactly as intended. It's supposed to make you hate the guy as soon as you see him. Is that a beauty mark?
I'm trying to make one, yeah.
That's a very good job of it.
Called it in one. that
There,
is
a
a
monocle.
second nose sticking out the side of his chin and a monocle. I love it. He did need
He's not that inbred. We're not that
the
far
monocle
into-
is absolutely necessary for the character. Absolutely necessary.
It's kind of weird that he didn't have one to begin
That's
with.
clearly what was missing.
I mean, if this was
Unibrow
back,
now is an improvement.
if this was back in the Grow Trader days, you would have a top hat.
I'm gonna say I
Top
did
hats
like
haven't
the top
been
hats when I was
invented
watching
yet.
that.
Yeah.
Well, we have a
the
rat.
problem
We
with
have
putting the
a.
hat on him right now is that you can't see the top of his head.
Yeah,
For all we know,
he
he's
doesn't-
wearing one.
I gotta say, the framing of this is really dog shit for a... Probably why he doesn't have one.
Clearly, we need a top hat image that we can just put above this picture.
Well, yeah, but that requires Photoshop, and Photoshop was an arcane process. I had
No. We just
idea.
get
No.
a second image of
Yeah.
a top hat, and Gray manually throws it above the picture anytime he shows Buckingham.
So Gray knows how to do. Gray knows how to do.
Yeah, the thing is,
Photoshop.
he doesn't have anything to work with.
Anyway,
I've said my piece.
Anyway,
Alright.
Right?
yes.
I take it you're going to be ignoring it?
so what were we doing with Buckingham?
I should probably ask for my spies on.
He wants us to go
camera.
clean Yarmouth or something.
Yarmouth. There's a slight deep one problem in Yarmouth, he says. And he would very much like you to go and remove that deep one problem.
But you know, okay,
Very
I have to say
slight
this.
case of
Do
deep
you-
ones.
Do you know what deep ones have? They generally have deep one gold. I think, if I remember correctly. Let me check my Eldritch lore test.
In character, I have no idea. Out of character, yes. Wait, I have lore.
Well,
Probably.
That's nines.
You know what? I could use my 2 knowledge. And this has nothing to do with geology or sailing, doesn't it?
You could stretch sailing, but I wouldn't.
Not
Or
for
defending.
knowing gold. I think that's a bit too much for. Like, do
I
they
mean,
have gold?
maybe for old like sailors' tales.
Yeah.
I get 2 1s for something for sailing.
If there are deep ones on a boat, don't get on.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You've heard of the Innsmouth look and or the Falmouth look.
Web
Yeah.
feet and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Gills.
It's
Bulky
better. Well,
eyes,
it's
scales.
better than the Yorkshire look when people have horns, have curling horns, and a slightly more fluffy hairstyle than they should, and hooves. Or is that the Scottish look?
It could be worse. They could be Italians.
They could be
I
worse.
think
maybe.
that's the Greek look, actually.
I was just talking about like buggering.
He was
I
making
talking
a sheep reference.
yeah,
That'd be the Welsh.
the Welsh look. Yes.
You're bad at this, Discard.
He's tired. We're all tired. It's a tired
Yeah.
stream.
I'm also bad.
This
I'm also
episode.
bad at this.
Well, at least he's honest and didn't argue.
All right, let's go all get horribly murdered at Yarmouth to other people.
Yes. Okay, now go back and take a look at Buckingham picture.
Yeah, I saw. Someone threw a hat on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very bad hat.
Looks
No
like
style.
Kung Lao's from Mortal Kombat.
No, if you look very carefully, it does actually extend past the top of the.
I fully expect him to show up with a throwing hat when we eventually betray him.
Oh yeah, spoiler, we're totally gonna ice this guy.
He's not one of us. He has a castle.
He's also an asshole to his people, so you
When
know.
when did we establish he's a dick to his people? I don't remember.
When
I
we
don't
met
think
him,
it's ever been put in law, but you've just decided, which is as much as.
I'm pretty sure I did some empathy and figured out that hey, this guy's not that good of a local lord.
He could just be he could just be a bit of a pop-up, but all right. Anyway. We need to have some administration somewhere. Anyway, let's go to Yarmouth. Let's go and suplex Fishman.
That's
Alright.
why we get the village headman to take over for him.
How do we know he's a more capable administrator?
Spies.
You can't
And
celebrate.
also,
Oh,
he
wait, no.
literally cannot.
We
be
can't
worse.
cover this entire. We cannot cover this entire country in spies. All right.
Why not?
People
Says
have
you.
to have some level of autonomy and
Oh, that's
privacy.
interesting. The buttons on the right-click menu, the radial
Yeah,
menu.
they've changed.
Yeah, they're doing a few updates towards Unity, I think.
Oh God, Unity.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's one of the few changes to an interface that have come around that I don't instantly hate.
Yeah,
I
that's
just mildly
true.
dislike it.
That's true. It has been kind of bad lately, hasn't it?
Welcome to the 21st century. Everything sucks.
Everything was better back. Everything better 10 years ago, essentially.
YouTube updated their client, and now every time I click on a video, it lags for 20 seconds. Thanks, YouTube.
Apparently that's an ad block issue.
Well, I'm not turning those off.
Well, no, it's a specific part of ad block.
Yeah, I'm not turning those off. Not until you vet your ads properly, people.
Right. Like
Anyways.
anyone YouTube's actually watching this. So, what you've got is the choices. How are you going to go about this? You want to go annoy the deep ones, but are you going to go in covertly, overtly? You're going to burn down the entire place until they tell you what they're doing?
I mean, we do want that deep one gold. If they have any gold. Do you have any money or anything else
The
like
deep
that?
one gold that you are the only one who thinks actually exists.
Well, yes. That's what I think exists.
I say first we go to Norwich and try and get some info.
You go from Buckingham to Norwich and then find out what's going on there.
It's on the way anyway. That's where the road leads. Hello?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for someone else to say something.
Sorry, I'm cleaning vegetables. No arguments here.
I like the tap running sound effect.
That wasn't a sound
I
effect.
know it wasn't.
Terran.
Zeb, you got any input?
Look, if I
Nope.
don't keep my hands busy, I'm gonna start playing video games. That's just the way it is.
We hear a significant snore in the distance.
Sleeping is not a video game.
I'm talking for Zeb.
Oh.
I think Terran is actually the more likely to fall asleep at this point.
I didn't get to sleep until after 3. I woke up at 8. You do the math.
The only person who clocks out at 10.
Probably.
I work
Well,
Hawaii
probably
time,
yes, because
alright?
I'm asleep by 9, like 9:30. But then again, I wake up at
And-
4 in the morning.
The only reason Terran was awake all night is because his neighbors are assholes.
Upstairs neighbors, mind you.
So what's up, Zeb?
Neighbor's a neighbor, mate.
We're going to go by Norwich before going to Yarmouth to get a second opinion
Norwich.
on Norwich.
Norwich.
You did not pronounce the W.
Norwich. On the way to
Norwich.
Yarmouth.
Norwich.
W's are
Fuck's
hard,
sake.
don't pronounce them.
When the Americans are correcting you, discard.
He's American.
I know. When other Americans are correcting you about how you pronounce a place in England.
But does it matter which way I'm saying it?
Yes.
Really?
No, you're Spanish.
Although it's not true.
I, on the other hand, am civilized. I mean French, so I endeavor to get the pronunciation of places correct.
Well, yes, you are French and not civilized. I understand this.
Touche.
I'd also like to point out that I was the first one to correct him, and I am also Hispanic.
Yes, but you're a
Oui.
king. Kings are civilized by default.
They are for which civilization flows.
This
mean,
is
how
an
could you be a
interesting
beacon of-
conversation we're having on the way to Norwich, huh?
Yeah.
How could you be a
Earl-
beacon of civilization if you were uncivilized?
By being a barbarian king.
As a king of Leyden, you basically say we're
Alright.
going to Norwich. We're going to Norwich.
Yeah, you're the king.
Except I said we're going to Norwich.
Yes, we're not going to the witches.
Nor by Norwich. Gotcha.
I swear to God, I am so close to stabbing it.
And in the game too.
That was a misclick, but I'm keeping it.
Understood.
Assuming that was a stab.
Assuming
That
that
was
was
a
a
stab.
That was a threatening, like, near miss.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to
He
Norwich.
has
Gotcha.
he has an E in his like doublet. As you.
All right, sure. We're going to Norwich now.
Alright. Wonderful city of Norwich. Population 600.
Wow,
Thriving.
really? That's impressive for this era.
So, Norwich is kind of on the way. It's the kind of the tail end of the road. So you get there. There's a road out of Norwich, but there's no road from Norwich to Yarmouth because they
Yeah,
don't
there is.
go
It's
to.
called the river.
Oh yes, but there's no road. No, which is my point.
Is anyone here we can like?
Yeah, I mean there'll be kind of your standard traders and stuff like that.
Can we find a trading person who would talk about Taki man, not Addis, Rolando.
Okay,
friend.
you're doing this shit on purpose now, aren't you?
We know.
Okay, get your name. Okay, Taryn, what's your name again?
I'm Adrian Martini.
Okay.
Reminds me, I need to change the spelling on
You're
my last name
Adrian.
again.
You're Adrian.
Yeah, I'm
I
Adrian.
thought. Okay.
I'm the
Adrian.
Frenchman with the giant Frenchman hat and the giant Cyrano nose.
Okay.
Lots of respect, Cyrano
Okay.
de Bergerac.
Adrian Martini, I have to say, could you use your talking ability to speak to a trader about him ever doing any work and doing any trade out of Yarmouth?
Actually, I'm going to ask how the fishing's been.
Okay.
Great, would that be charm, or can I get away with empathy on this? since I'm looking for subtext.
Probably empathy. Probably
Kicking
get away
rat.
with
I
that.
have that. Charm, not so much.
So you spend some time kind of chatting with the locals and going, oh yeah, how's your life been? And, oh yeah. So yes, the fishing for them is pretty poor. They're not a coastal town, so they're not going to have much, but the river doesn't really have much fish. They, of course, that's literally the only thing they trade for with Yarmouth.
Exactly
Is
as
fish.
expected.
They don't want anything to do with it if they can avoid it.
Bad, huh? That's a thread I'll follow up.
Yeah. It's basically considered not bad form, but it's well known that the people there like to have congress with beasts from below the waters. And, the problem is that's not too much of a problem. I mean, this is England.
We don't want to call them fish fuckers, but they do fuck fish.
Yeah. Fish like
Fish on
people.
one side,
let's be
sheep on
honest.
the other side.
They could be going for the undead, so it's not as bad as it could be.
There is that.
I mean,
Kind of the wrong end of the island for it, but
Yeah, I'm sure the undead travel.
they get around.
through
I'm
the
sure. I mean,
Starks. I'm sure that goes well for everyone involved.
Oh, from our perspective,
Anyway, so it's not so much that's the problem, though. I mean, this is England. They're used
We're
to alternate religions, as they like to call it.
cosmopolitan.
It's more the fact that they're a little bit pushy.
So do they proselytize their religion?
Yes, they're very much trying to get everyone else to sign up for it.
and that's just rude.
Yeah. That's generally what they're considered.
So they're doorbell botherers for the.
Yeah, you get a deposit of fish, you get a copy of the Esoteric Order of Dagon's manual, You drop off a 6 shipments of nets, you get your money, you get a religious artifact. You try and talk about trade prices. There's a rather Google-eyed woman there as a kind of we want to secure this alliance through marriage. Just it's tiresome more than anything else, so they just kind of tend to avoid them.
I mean, I have to ask, so they just give. So what is it? They give bulk wealth resources for marriage or what?
No, they're trying to expand the Deep One's presence on the planet.
Oh, but don't they have the entirety of the oceans for that?
Well,
Oh,
more
yeah.
specifically, the land
The
parts.
So the best way they can find of doing that is to, it's kind of like a religion with them. They've got to go out and spread. It definitely is a religion. It's kind of like a religion was a very stupid thing to say. So they kind of they feel like they have to spread the word of Father Dagon.
Okay, so they're religious people.
Apart from that, though, apparently they're good neighbours. They never miss a trade deal. Their fish is always fresh.
And what did Mr. McTophat want again from us? He wanted us to burn the
He
place.
wanted them dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
he wants them out.
So the way I sees it, if we can get them to maybe back off on the proselytizing a bit, then we should be good to go and kill Buckingham.
I mean, we could get him to relocate further into our territory.
It's really too bad the Crusade is that we're between the Crusade and Yarmouth, because this is exactly the kind of situation I'd love to dump a pile of Crusaders on.
Yes, the Crusaders would love to get up here.
Do we still have a boat?
Sire, I
Yes.
have to ask, what is our foreign policy on eldritch abominations and sins under God?
What god?
Which one? Right. What's it? The Christian and Catholic gods? I mean, we are Spanish.
Yeah,
Or are we
you-
Protestant?
Well,
We're
I thought most people were
Spanish, but
pagans.
at this point, Spain is technically Islamic.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
feel
but
like
technically,
Not even technically. It is straight up a part
yeah, the
of. I
Reconquesta doesn't
believe, the
kick off for
Ottoman.
another 100 years.
well, if we are technically Islamic, then definitely these people are not worshiping the Muhammad.
Well, where we came from is Islamic. That doesn't mean we are.
just remember, there was a Reconquista.
True.
And actually, the place that I'm from, that little kingdom is technically an independent Christian.
Oh, then
I
if-
mean, I know you
then
guys used to be. You said you were pagan earlier, but
we could. Okay, and then clearly these people are not we're not following the teachings of Abraham. Then
I mean, Rahelio doesn't really follow any individual religion. He's kind of like Benny from The Mummy. He just goes for whichever one seems like it'll actually help at the moment.
all the trouble, none of the benefits.
I mean, like, I don't know. I have a like. I don't necessarily affirm this, like, but I am a sailor man. I have been out to the ocean, and on the ocean you find deep ones, and they're never good. They do things to boats. I don't like it when people try to do things by boats.
The different
On the other hand, it might be useful to have a trade agreement with them.
But do you really want to be sending like our? But the trade agreements usually require reproductive agreements as well.
Yeah,
What?
the people around here say they like to seal trade agreements with marriage. I'm pretty sure you don't want to marry a half fish,
The fishwives, remember?
even if she does have the fish half on top.
I thought it was the fish pad. Oh, well, which one the fish has on the bottom? I can remember now.
It's generally the fish part all over. It comes on as they get older.
And my audio's back.
Oh, great! So they're basically navigate.
Yes.
Yeah. So so a deep one hybrid can look normal for like 20, 30 years, and then
But the more time goes on, the more
the gills start
scaly
coming
and-
in. Yeah, the eyes start bugging, and then they kind of decide they want to spend more time under the water and finally become deep ones.
Like the halflings become more. The halflings become more deep ones.
Well, I still don't want to raise the entire place because Norwich probably wouldn't like that.
I mean, if anything, Norwich could always just move into this. If we raise the entire place, Norwich could take this location, and they could become a trade port.
The
I was going
issue
to say,
with
they've got
that
enough
is-
people.
The issue with that is, then the deep ones will start courting them.
It depends if we can just go and get their high priest and shove him under the water until he stops. Oh wait, no, we can't do that, can we?
No, that would be
very
like,
much
you're going to hold
can't.
somebody who can breathe underwater. It's like, aha!
I'm,
We were
look,
waterboarding for 3 days. He just
We
likes
fight-
it.
We find their high lord and drag him out onto the ground to die.
Staking
Look,
them
let's-
over an anthill works.
I'd like to remind you that you're in England and staking someone out to die of dehydration will not happen.
I mean,
Right,
on the other hand,
right.
dying of dehydration when you're a fish is a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah, but he's not a full fish.
how about we just stick him out with swords until he's no longer has his internal fluidy bits? Look, let's just go to Yarmouth, and I'm sure that that at some point they'll annoy us enough to justify murdering them all.
I am 100% certain that if we go to a place full of religious proselytizers, that they will irritate the king enough that he declares exterminatus on their head. 100%.
You know, I hate that you're right,
The
but you're
king,
probably right.
There's a reason you made me spy master.
the king is cranky today.
And it's because I forged your signature on the paperwork making me spy master. That
The
was a
king-
joke.
The king is cranky today, so we can only hope. Onward to
Sorry,
Yar-
I'm looking for my empathy roll.
It's in
You don't have
charm.
one.
You may not have one. No, I'm sorry. It's in sense, empathy. Cleve is in charm.
I do not, in fact, have empathy.
Full Ralph sense.
This is gonna go well.
Oh,
I
okay.
say it out loud.
That was a joke, Your Majesty. You haven't written the paperwork to make me your spy master yet.
I thought you said I thought you said he hasn't written the paperwork to have empathy yet.
No. You don't need paperwork to have
I think
empathy.
I think you wanted Gracie and stuff like that for your
Tends
social
to make
skills.
your empathy a lot worse.
Empathy is under sense, so it depends what your sense is.
Yeah, I guess I could have done that at some point.
All right. So, do we have any of our?
Yeah, he's completely missing the fact that you just said that you forged anything. He
Well,
heard
when you
say
don't laugh,
that
I will say that was a joke, Your Majesty. The paperwork has not yet been written up.
yeah, he hears you say that
Mm.
his signature is on the paperwork, and he's like, "Yeah, I guess I did that at some."
It was more like the fact that the paperwork has been written up with your signature included for your convenience. All right.
No,
Go.
I straight up said what I said because it was a joke.
Ray, do we have any? Do we have any of our cohorts with us, or is it just us?
I believe we took like one or
Took a
two
small
of our
force.
might with us.
You could easily go back and get the whole army if you wanted.
Oh, I don't want to get the
I
whole. I'm
don't
looking
think
for the
we're
whole
gonna need
army.
the whole army.
I just want to get enough of it. I just want to have a large enough forest for when we start burning the place down to have that has enough sticks.
Two might's probably enough.
2 might
Look,
versus the
I'm
ocean.
not saying we're
We'll
going to
win.
burn this place down, but we are bringing a lot of tar and wood with us. Really for shipbuilding.
I don't think we need to bring the wood. I'm pretty sure the place.
I love
But
how
all the wood there is going to be soggy.
It's Britain.
So then all of the wood that we bring is going to be soggy too.
Not if we dry it and have a tarp over it, sire.
What's a tarp?
I'm a shoemaker, not a tarp maker.
It's a thing like a canvas that you have oil that repels water when you place it, and you place it over things to make sure they stay dry.
That sounds like witchcraft to me.
Quit making shit up.
Sire, I'm a sailor. I know of these things. I was once a sailor. I know of these things. Give me 1 second.
He has a point.
Sire, I was once a sailor. I know of these things.
Okay, what was that rolling for?
Yeah, what was the skill for that one?
Sailing.
You really need to like square that shit away.
Hmm?
Like
What's up?
all you need to have your skills and all that actually like in your character sheet, so when you roll it, we know what you're rolling.
All right. Give me a second. I gotta just go put them in there because I have them on my other character sheet.
I'm on my other character sheet, yeah.
Anyway, you think we can maybe borrow a riverboat to get down to Yarmouth? That'll make things a lot faster.
Oh, yes. I think it's probably good. So, are you coming in diplomatically, or are you coming in secretly? Are you announcing that you're the king?
We're just coming in normally, I guess.
He's wearing a look. He can't be the queen. He's clearly wearing a cloak. That will make no one will suspect him being the king. Then
Almost as good
Actually,
as a pair
yeah.
of glasses.
Why don't we just hop on one of their trade boats?
Yeah. You'll be able to barter, like, transport on one of the trade boats for very little.
oh god, I just realized something. Just realized something.
Okay, great. Can we barter for like labor?
We hate
Can
these
we
people.
barter our passage? Can we have
These
labor
people.
as our passage?
Jews.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you have enough cash knocking around that it's not an issue.
Why do we hate these people, Discard?
These people can't wear shoes. They have webbed feet.
You know, he's right. They're immune to our most powerful weapons.
What about having webbed feet means you can't wear shoes?
Their feet are too bulbous and large. And there's no arch support
Excuse
that
me,
would be.
do I or do I not have the best cobbler in the damn world?
The best two cobblers in the damn world,
You
sir.
could easily introduce shoes to the shoeless. This is something moving along the lines of some sort of like religious thing. It's like
We are now the well-shod cult.
Blessed are the feet of the shoemakers, for they make
Oh
sure
fuck! That's gonna be the name of my dynasty, isn't it? Welsh.
the Welsh dynasty.
We're on the wrong side of the continent to be Welshed. Island. I said continent.
I mean,
how
an
big your head
island
is.
is kind of like a continent.
Anyway.
Can I figure out shoes for fish?
I'm gonna say you probably
4/7.
can.
I can sell shoes to fish. Well, I can make shoes for fish.
Well, we'll see if the fish want to buy shoes.
If they don't, they die.
But this is basically what they are. This is essentially what their lives hang upon. Can we sell the shoes?
Oh god.
More importantly, can we sell
can
them
sell
shoes that
them
are so
better than
good
you
they give
can.
up their evil gods?
I'm
So-
going to assume that's the sound of leather being cut.
Yes, that's what I'm going to assume as well.
Cucumbers, but close enough.
No doubt.
I have to keep my hands busy.
I doubt the tradesmen are particularly pleased with you using their goods as a cutting board.
I brought my own. What's the
Well,
point of
good-
having an
good
army
sword
if
cutting
it
board.
can't carry stuff?
Your own goods are your own cutting board.
All right. So getting
So
into
yes,
Yarmouth.
you hop on a slow boat to Innsmouth, or Yarmouth,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, as you go down, you notice that you kind of enter this kind of marshy land, and there's a kind of a constant level of mist. That's the word I'm looking for.
I have to ask Ray. This is England. How would we tell?
So it looks like a Tuesday.
Yes, Tuesday. No, it's a bit mistier than everywhere else.
Ah, it's thicker mist.
Thicker mist. Bit
More
more
stew,
persuasive.
less pea soup. Gotcha.
Yeah. And they kind of say the guys look nervous, but kind of not scared. You can tell they do this a lot, but it's never really sat well with them.
It's an eerie place.
Yes.
Speaking of which, since eerie is a skill, would anyone want to roll eerie to see if there's anything has any of this Dagonishness seeped into the atmosphere?
If any of them start reciting poetry, I'm going to go berserk. Just saying that now.
That's your French. If
Well-
they started.
I'm not getting anything.
Your French. If they
Great.
start
If I
reciting
pull the
poetry.
sword out, does it start glowing?
Possibly, but you would never know if that was the sword just messing with you.
Wait. So does Excalibur glow in the presence of evil or in the presence of pretender kings?
It glows in the presence of whatever it damn well feels like glowing in the presence of.
Yeah.
It glows in its own presence when it feels like it. Gotcha.
Okay, I got 2 10s on eerie.
Yeah, you get the feeling this is not a natural fog. This is kind of some sort of protective layer.
Let me know if I should counterspell.
This fog here seems to be unnatural, as if it was there to ensure that if anyone came with a big army, they would not find their way through it.
Good thing we came with only a small army then. We'll make it much
fuck,
easier.
I just thought of something.
Hmm.
Is Hastur an enemy of Dagon?
I don't know.
Probably. They're both old ones.
Hastur.
Yeah, I don't think that's in my encyclopedia.
I don't
Why
think
is
that is.
fireworks going off?
That's not me.
No, it's outside my house. Someone's lighting off fireworks.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Hastur or Dagon have a view on each other in the lore. The Hastur deals with the outer world and Carcosa, which deals with the idea of dreams and madness. And Dagon is at the bottom of the sea, which is a totally different pantheonal thing of fish people.
I thought they all dealt with dreams.
Well,
I
dreams
was
is
just gonna say, because you remember whose ghost is kind of in the sword. And you know what that would really make difficult if we wanted to try to not just murder everything?
which one? Haster or Haster?
Well, they're both in there.
Actually, Haster is the god is not in there.
Haster the guy is in there probably, right?
Yes, he probably is. Yes.
No, I could have sworn that Haster's shade was in there too.
No, you
It
kind
must
of
have left.
You killed the mountain, so you killed like the physical form, but the main god was grabbed by some unknown giant hand and ripped off into the ether.
Those deuses, always ex machinating.
How was that fight, by the way?
Well, literally all it was like 4 rolls.
Yeah, there's a lot of planning and then not actually much in the way of fighting.
Just the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Especially in Dungeon Crawl Classic. If you're in a fair fight, something's gone completely fucking horribly wrong.
Very much so.
All right, so miss. It's not naturally
Anyway,
missed.
as we pull into port,
Yes, port, and you'll kind of see your kind of standard like town. Not really much more you can say. Village, stone walls, a couple of very ornate looking churches.
Is there an old drunk in the corner?
Yeah, there's an old drunk who's just staring wildly around him. But yeah, the people do look odd. No one's kind of hiding it, but no one's being obvious. If that makes sense, it's kind of like
No one's
lots of-
hiding it, but no one's flaunting
they're
it. Flaunting it.
they're just there.
yeah, they're there. They've got hoods up. If they've got like the later stage ones, you think. Lots of people kind of got weird like faces and stuff like that. But yeah, doesn't look too bad.
Not many of them are conventionally pretty, but for the most
Yeah.
part, they're not outright grotesque.
Yeah.
And regardless of their situation, they're not feeling particularly inclined to hide it.
Are they wearing shoes though?
They're wearing
Some of them
sandals.
might be.
Sandals.
Sandals is probably the best way to do it. Generally, what they're wearing is the type of thing you wouldn't mind getting wet. That makes sense.
So basically,
They're wearing Crocs.
Yeah,
oh no.
best way of describing it.
Yeah. Okay.
They're wearing clogs with holes in.
Mm-hmm.
I've never understood why a croc became a thing.
They were cheap.
So, you want to go to? Maybe we can get some information from the bar.
Is there a public house?
Yeah, there'll be a public house.
Great. Sadly, it is Lent. Adrian may not indulge in wine.
No Frenchman not indulging in wine.
This is towards the end of the year, so you'll be fine.
Oh, good, good.
You spent a lot of time doing like messing around with the Fae.
This is true.
Or we may have only spent a small amount of time messing with the Fae, and time just got can't you read?
This is also true. They are the Fae.
Well, we had to wait for your kid to be born, so I don't think there was any time fuck.
I have a very nice looking. My kid is very handsome for being 2 years old.
That was what took most of the time, remember, was waiting for your kid to be born.
Yeah.
I know he's a great child. I'm wondering what profession I should start prepping for him.
Gobbler.
Anyway, so you kind of like they pull up at a dark like a warehouse, and they kind of just ignore you. The people from Norwich, they'll just like start unloading their stuff, chatting with the locals. Generally, just like you're here, and they start loading the fish and unloading the manufactured goods or whatever they're selling.
Fish hooks, I'm sure.
The
Yeah.
finished goods.
What do we do? Okay. So what is a good? So what do we do now? I mean, we're supposed to be burning this place to the ground. Supposedly.
Don't tell them that.
He says in the middle of the street.
We could just like. How big's the day? Look at do they have like a big church to Dagon around, Gray?
They had several.
They've got several. There seems to be little different kind of like branches, if that's the right way of saying it.
Denominations.
Yeah, denominations. You've got the esoteric
totally cause a
church,
religious
the non-esoteric church, the Euclidean Church of Dagon.
Is there one for Mother Hydra?
Yeah, it's called them Mother Hydra ones.
Phooey.
Grandmother Lototep. Shevnikarov. Well then. What do you want to do, sire? You're here.
Well, I guess let's go introduce ourselves to whoever runs this place.
Okay.
So does one of you want to ask directions? Because I'm not exactly confident in my ability to not kill something.
Do not let the king talk to anyone, he will kill them.
The sword is not being very cooperative for some reason.
I mean, all I'm really good at is general thuggery, sir.
I will point out that I was looking very pointedly at Adrian.
I'm not charming.
I have graces too and charm.
I will turn to the dock
Damn
worker. I will turn to the dock workers of the ship we just came in. Where do you get will you get a brew around here?
They'll point to some random. Ooh.
Zeb, you're going super
Yeah.
robot.
No, we're good.
He's probably already figured it out, but it's taking so long to get there.
Oh, that would explain why I wasn't able to hear anybody.
Welcome
There we
back,
go.
Seth.
What
Yeah.
was wrong?
I lost connection.
That would do it.
Yeah. Anyway, what I was about to say is I have 5 dice and charms, or graces, but
I'm the spy. I know what people are thinking before they do.
I've
I am
got
a spy,
5
but
and
I don't really
graces
know what they're
too. The issue is that's not going to be much help against, like, the townsfolk.
How quickly the king has forgotten his time as a normal non-kingly person, which was never, because he was always the grateful king.
Yeah, he was always the king, he was just waiting.
Yes.
Ever since he picked up the sword.
He is the once and future
Oh,
king.
my girlfriend.
They go. Gray will amble towards that tavern those people pointed us to. At least I will.
Yeah, alright. You kind of go in, and it's, low ceilings, like messy walls.
My character is currently hungry. I will pull myself up to the bar and ask if they do a fish fry.
Oh, good lord.
And they will, of course.
Yes, that's good.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
Great, because, my connection seems to be shit right now.
Joy. Yeah, that message just went through.
Yeah, that was
Your
about a
router
minute
with
ago.
physical pain?
That took about a minute to go through.
Wow.
Ouch.
It's gonna
Damn.
be great if you end up having to drop and thus we can't play anymore. Just fuck, if Zeb has to drop because his internet's like being shitty, just upload what we've got as the session.
Yeah. We tried,
30
people, we tried.
Rain interrupted.
Yeah.
Or
Just
interrupt.
call it, this is why we haven't played in forever.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. So go ahead,
So-
Zip. You were saying.
It's kind of like it's a very moist tavern.
So it's a tavern.
It's damp.
So it's a tavern.
Taverns are generally like cool, not damp. But fair.
How bad's the wine, Gray?
What wine? They give you the only thing they have on tap, seaweed ale.
Okay, what's the consume alcohol roll?
Carouse.
Carouse.
I don't have that.
I'll roll vigor instead, so I can see if I can palate the ale.
Vigor.
Tastes like soy sauce.
You actually have a taste for it. It's got a weird bite, but it's not like seaweed's. Seaweed's edible. Lots of people across the world eat seaweed.
It appears to be non-poisonous.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm sure. I mean, seaweed's not that bad. It has like higher iron or something. What is in seaweed?
Iodine.
So, you in the market?
Market for what?
Ale?
Ale?
Sending to other places?
Don't know. No one's ever asked about our ale. Most people just come here for the fish.
Well, my friend here seems to like it, and I happen to know a guy who can really get some movement going. You ever heard of Snake Fort?
Snakefall. Oh wait, yeah. I think someone said something about that. Weird like snake around the edge.
That's the one.
Oh, yeah.
And the taverns are terrible, apparently. I don't know, I never had any problem with them, but apparently my friend who really likes your ale thinks they're a bit too moist.
I mean, they're dry. They're cool. They're where you store stuff to make sure it doesn't go bad. Cold. I thought. This is like, when did the concept of refrigeration and cool storage happen?
Not for quite some time.
Cold storage is actually available right now. What they used to do is dig as deep underground as they could, and then basically
It's called a cellar.
The root
yeah.
cellar.
No, they
Yeah.
went deeper than that. They went good 15, 20 feet underground, and that was cold enough to store stuff.
Yeah, that's like a cellar, Gray.
Yeah, but it was done deeper.
Well, deeper than
It's
modern
like
ones. Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
storage underground rather than like a basement we have nowadays.
A real cellar where you get geothermal cooling.
Mm-hmm. We don't really need a real seller right now. We need a real buyer at the moment.
Ugh.
I hate you.
I know.
Hey,
Anyway,
seller's
but
market.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose we could make some more. We just tend to make it because ales. People want ale, and it's quite hard to bring in some of the stuff.
Can I ask I have a quick question to ask you, my good proprietor. What do you know of this man we try to do some dealings, but what do you know of this man who runs Bucky? What have you heard of him?
No. This is not going to end.
Runs what?
Discard your thug.
Buckingham. Yeah, why does Discard the Fog is the one talking again?
Does no one else
I'm
say?
too tired
Because
to plot
We
correctly.
can't actually shut him up. We've tried. It didn't work.
All right. I will retract the statement, and I will return to being a thug. Well, whose name is not Thumper.
Thumper
Well,
talks too much.
Snakeport has plenty to trade in return.
Oh, yes. Yeah. We're always looking to push out our exports. We have plenty of fish. We have plenty of gold. We have plenty of people. We've got a really good religion.
Where's my doubt button?
Religion is an export?
Yeah.
I
Do it
mean,
properly.
yes. Have you never heard of missionaries?
It's not really much, but an export requires someone to be buying, right? Like people pay you for religion?
No, but we take it in trade.
I mean, have
But
you never
barter
heard
economy.
of tithes?
Never paid them.
Of course, you guys haven't. You're a bunch of pagans.
Hmm.
But yeah, we can. Well, I'm sure we can work something out. You'll have to speak with the Grand Speaker, the first.
Which
Fantastic.
Grand
Can
Speaker?
You point us to this Grand Speaker person?
The location. Oh, he's in the Church of the Esoteric Order of Dagon.
So that's the best one then.
Which one is that?
That's the big one with 2 spires and the giant picture of the Shoggoth.
Not
Statue
the
of Dagon.
one with the 3 spires and the Night Lord outside?
No, that's the non-esoteric order. You don't really have
Oh.
anything to do with those guys.
What's wrong with non-esoteric order of Dagon?
Between you and me, they're not bad folks, but they tend to believe that Cthulhu is a minion of Dagon and not the other way around.
That's a bloody heresy, that is.
Yeah. I mean, people tolerate them because there's not that many of us, and they don't push it too much. But it's just a bit weird. I mean, ugh.
Just because they think that Cthulhu. I mean, but honestly, I'm not up on my Eldrasosity pantheon things or.
Oh, aren't you? Well, I have it. He kind of reaches under the bar and pulls out a stack of leaflets.
And then the bar was death.
Here is the introduction to the Esoteric Order. Cthulhu, wrongly imprisoned.
That's all well and good. Maybe we'll come back later. We need to get some.
What's this
business
one right
done.
here
Thank you
about
for the-
this Yog Shuggoth person?
Oh, yeah, never listen to Yog-Sothoth.
No, listen to Yog. Why not listen?
I am at this point going to grab the party and usher them out before he starts.
Just ask anyone.
I'm just making sure that once the killing starts, no one can leave.
No, we are leaving.
Oh, before the
There-
killing starts. That's fine.
Marines, we are
There is
leaving.
no killing.
Why would he want to stab anybody? I mean, like, I have like a Eldritch bloodline that I have a keyhole shape in the back of my head. So,
Good thing we already left.
yes.
I'd forgotten that you were marked by the key in the door.
Mm-hmm. So is my son. Good thing the birthmark goes on down the line.
That probably won't have horrible consequences later.
We would have to survive long enough for my son to actually for my sons to grow up.
Why wait until later? We could have horrible consequences now.
Anyway, so you'll kind of you'll kind of get your drink in and then move on. And yeah, as he said, it's quite easy to find the Church of the Esoteric Order. It is the main building in the centre of the town.
Probably used to be the town hall, but since
Yeah.
It may have always been like the town hall doubles as the church doubles as the town hall. Oh.
And it's not guarded, it's open. And as you kind of look in, there's kind of like rows of kind of like artifacts across the walls. And it's making it obvious that most of them are gold. So there is huge amounts of gold on display in this room, and none of it is guarded.
you're trying to
know.
tempt us, Gray.
This card needs to save versus greed.
I will nudge the my king and go like, see, look, sire. It's like I told you, gold.
Aurelio's going to close his eyes and walk up to the well, I guess he can't do that while he's got his eyes closed.
Walk into the nearest.
Yeah.
He's going to look for, I guess, whoever looks the most important.
Probably the screaming guy behind
Sir.
the pulp.
If you went and looked for the most important person, that would just be a mirror, for it would be yourself.
Hopefully, they don't have any of those.
I slap
There is a
him.
mirror over there that's lined in gold, but it doesn't seem to be showing what's actually being reflected in the room.
That's probably fine. No
Yeah,
one
it's
needs to make
normal.
an eerie roll for it.
I
If you make
did
an eerie roll,
anyway.
even on double twos, this room does not feel right.
I'm sure all of the gold is horribly cursed.
There are
Well,
threes.
We finally found something we can actually do.
Yeah. Apparently, you are lodestone for the supernatural.
We're in a lodestone for supernatural stuff.
We are a lodestone for supernatural stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, you
It's
know
not
exactly
just
what the supernatural
Henry.
is.
The sword.
me.
You're probably the one causing all of it, yes.
I don't know. No, I'm not the one causing the sword stuff.
No, the Eldritch stuff. Not complaining, mind you. It's interesting.
Considering
But
what I
yes.
did back in freaking Dungeon World, yes.
So yeah,
Anyway.
the room is generally a bit weird, and after a while, kind of like an old man whose eyes are kind of bulging out of his face. He's got kind of a scarf around his neck and a rather deathly pallor.
The Innsmouth look. I get it.
He has a bulging jawline.
Oh
Wow.
I have to say this. I have to say this. Props on that gold ass fucking bathrobe he's wearing.
Where did he get? And he's wearing boots. What the?
Clearly, these people are civilized and good because they are wearing
It's a good
They are-
good copy paste there. Photoshop, whatever.
Is it Photoshop, right?
So,
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not mine. I just found him like this.
Oh, nice. It's a good someone else's Photoshop then.
I think I did. Well, it could be my Photoshop. It's been a while since I did it.
Well, the file name is misspelled, so I think that lends some credence to it being yours.
Yeah.
I mean, that if the file name is expelled, it could have been mine for all we know.
I don't remember making it, but you know.
I can't do Photoshop.
Neither can I.
I used to be able to, but then I didn't do it for like years.
There's the machine spirit attack there.
How big
There's
is
a
his hat?
cowboy hat, if anything. Come on.
Well, yes, he's a bad guy.
It's an undersea cowboy hat.
Anyway.
Uh,
Well. Greetings. I see you're perusing our wonderful collection of ancient artifacts. If you would like to touch any, hold any, borrow any for a little while, we have a quiet room over there if you would like to commune with any. We have a amazing library downstairs.
Is he implying what I think? I'm not gonna.
Don't ask. Never ask if anyone with the Innsmouth look is implying something. The answer is probably yes, or worse than you expected.
Is it Innsmouth or Innsmouth look?
Innsmouth.
Innsmouth.
So I keep hearing Innsmouth.
That's because
Yeah,
their mouths are also
if you
weird.
can't pronounce Norwich, I don't know why I expected you to be able to pronounce it.
I can make him pronounce Innsmouth. What are you talking about? And Norwich. I just like saying Norwich because it's what's on the thing. Silent letters shouldn't exist.
Yeah, English has got this thing where we don't pronounce any of the letters as we were supposed to because all our words are stolen from another language.
Well, that's because we
And
stole most of
also,
those ones
you
from the
know,
French.
Also, oral traditions being put into writing by people who don't know how letters work.
It's also that letters have changed over the centuries. the actual pronunciation of the letters have changed, so you end up with stuff that's pronounced completely differently just because like the letter it used to be doesn't work that way anymore.
People are lazy.
Like Haysborough.
That was, and welcome to Commitment for Thank you for
Yeah,
coming
so
by.
yes, he's offering you arcane knowledge. He's quite friendly about it. He's not being overly pushy.
I think we will respectfully decline. We're here more for material and financial gain,
Oh,
Wait.
okay.
of course.
Oh yeah, if you push your mythos score up, you lower your max sand count, isn't it, right?
Yes.
Now I remember. That's why he's pushing that on us.
Yes. That and he's trying to be friendly.
Yeah.
Won't work. We're on to his clever plans.
We are representatives from the kingdom to the south of here. We were looking to enter into a trade agreement with this fine village.
Oh, excellent, excellent. I am. Did I give this guy a name?
That's me, Kaliningrad.
I remember you giving a name for the person we should go see.
Pushit Sands. My name's Pushit Sands. I am the High Priest of the Esoteric Order of Dagon, and what equates to mayor in this town.
Oh, the esoteric. This is the esoteric order of Dagon, not the non-esoteric order of Dagon.
No, you don't want anything to do with the non-esoteric.
Order of Dagon.
Yes, we were.
And especially avoid the non-Euclidean.
The non-Euclidean order of Dagon.
Yeah. You won't find their building. It fell down.
But what about the Euclidean order? What about the Euclidean
Are
order
you
of
sure
Dagon?
it didn't fall up?
It was night. We just kind of assumed it fall down.
I'm making a lore check to see if it could possibly have fallen in. I have no idea.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be an eerie check?
I don't have Erie.
Oh, regardless. We were looking to trade some of your ale.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Wait, ale? Not the fish.
We have plenty of fish on our own. Thank
Your brew is unique and
That was
also
great.
very salty.
Right.
Kennedy goes, is he coming on to me? Kind of looks him up and down. Because I ain't going to say no.
He's married. Don't
Oh,
worry.
jeez. Be right back. 1
I'm
second.
married. Good sir. I'm a married man.
You're also a pagan, I think.
No, he's Spanish.
Okay.
I'm Catholic. I think I'm Catholic.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
probably.
I thought I was the
Probably.
only one.
I think I'm Catholic.
Look.
Sounds
Christian,
Catholic to me.
You know what? I'm wondering. I'm always like at two minds of this, whether I like or dislike the Pope.
Which
The
pope?
current popes are fine.
Which pope?
The popes of the current in-game time are fine.
Yeah, this is the thing. Is like it depends on which Pope is currently active at the time. Like if I
mean-
like the Pope, I'm Catholic. If I don't like the Pope, I'm Protestant.
Wouldn't you be Orthodox?
Fine
Luther
is
hasn't
kind
happened
of
yet.
relative when it comes to Pope.
It's like any other. It's like any other thing. When is whether good or bad.
Oh, that's interesting, Gray. You managed to change the file name without crashing anything.
I know.
What?
That is different.
Holy shit!
Madness.
I did it by changing the file name at the top.
Oh, you can do that. That's interesting.
I don't know if it's new, but I noticed it's a click box, so I tried it.
Oh,
It
Cool.
might not even
I have-
affect the actual image. It might just affect it in Fantasy Grounds.
I have to say this. We've played this game for a little bit of time, and I have not been slammed with a fucking boatload of errors.
Well, that's because we're not playing Dark Heresy.
Yeah, this one actually works.
I mean,
This
Darker
one's,
Side.
you know-
No, it doesn't. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't change the original file. It changes the.
Then again, we also haven't been using the combat tracker in this.
Yeah,
because
combat
we
tracker is
have
normally
the
90% of
special
all the damage.
That is kind of the nice thing about the one roll engine. You don't really need to track combat, just who's already gone.
Yeah.
And who's been stabbed or not.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Okay.
So okay. L. Well, you would be our stole export. So that's that going for you.
Wonderful. And as I turn to Adrian, what do we have to offer in trade?
Can someone roll shoemaker check? My hands are greasy.
What are your
Hang on, let me try it. A lot?
Also, remember
With
you have
mastery?
a mastery dice unit. You can set one too.
Yeah. No, I have a mastery dice, so I said it after.
Wait, didn't you make a pair on the way here anyway?
I may have.
He made the designs for a special boot.
There we go.
Back.
Oh,
Oh, that's terrible.
That's okay. Let me roll mine.
It's
Yeah, go for it.
5.
Yours didn't.
Mine's a bunch
Wow.
of ones. So
3 5s.
I did it
You
really
might-
fast.
No,
but
you've got 4 1s or 2 10s.
yeah.
I see you are wearing boots of a particular make. Though I'm wondering if you have a requirement for more orthopedic support.
I would guess you would wear a size 10.5 shoe. By looking at you,
My shoes.
you favor the left, and you most often. Here you go. Try these on. I'll hand him a pair of shoes. Piping hot.
Piping hot.
Fresh out of the shoe.
Look, when you
Right,
move the needle and scissors that fast, heat transfer happens.
Plus, the molding is kind of warm.
Fresh out of the shoe forge.
It also
I'm
means
gonna
that
be
the
right
leather will
back.
fit to your feet faster. You won't have to break them in quite so much.
Okay. And he'll just kind of yeah, he'll try the one. So, wow, these fit. These fit pretty well, actually. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they even got space for the extra webbing. How waterproof are they?
We would need special. Well, the thing is, these are made from land animals. If you brought us leathers of fish or sea mammals, we might be able to work on a better waterproofing technology.
Get us a shark.
Fish leather.
Fish leather.
Shark skin.
Fish-
I've heard it's
Right,
very
can I
smooth.
talk to someone else? Yeah. Yeah, shark. You can't leather sharks very well. They're tough,
Oh.
though.
Actually,
Oh, yeah.
the vents on the side there and there will allow any excess liquids to drain out easily without causing undue chafing.
Very interesting.
Also improves
Of
the ability
course.
to use that.
Yeah, I could see we could trading that. Shoes. Shoes is a new one, but then again, ale is a new one.
Had
So-
to
I
use
do
bronze for the
specialize in
grommets.
unorthodox trade agreement.
Yeah, well, we are also well above being unorthodox. Yeah. I mean, could we interest you in, some other additions?
Nothing religious, thank you.
How about gold? We have a nice pile of gold.
Is it religious gold?
You said nothing religious. He offered gold. I would assume not.
It might be
it's-
religious gold.
We would consider it religious. Ancient. Definitely ancient gold.
How cursed is this gold, Gray?
Very.
We would need to see it and make an eerie check.
Well,
If
it's literally everywhere around us.
If
not
there's any of the
just
gold around you, yes, very.
I have counterspell. I can remove curses, I think. Pretty sure that's how that works.
I mean, I have a thing that just removes all magic effects from an area.
oh yeah,
The issue
right.
is
with
it's
the
kind
sword.
of loud.
I'm wondering what would happen if you activated that right now.
Well, to activate it, I have to draw the sword and then plunge it into the ground. So,
Yes.
probably something bad.
I'm just curious how many of the fishmen would die from would suffocate on account of not being able to breathe air anymore.
they have functional lungs.
Most of them. Anyways, that's not germane to the issue at hand, which is they're offering us a pile of gold.
Yep.
And I have just determined that taking that gold is probably a bad idea.
It's only a little bit horribly cursed.
Does anyone have
we
better
have
than
got
4
a-
dice in haggle?
Maybe.
Yeah. I think haggles are going to have to come up at this point.
Oh wait, I can because I still have 7 experience.
Hang on, let me check my
You
haggle roll.
suddenly realise that you have spent the entire journey here haggling.
That was command.
You give us better deals.
I have
I
4
don't
dice
be-
in haggle.
I have 6 dice now.
Okay.
Wow.
I guess I'll support with 2 10s.
What does support do?
I have no idea.
I think it probably changes one of your dice out for a set die.
You see, this is what happens when we don't play a game for a very long time. We forget everything
I don't even
about
think
it.
the system supports it.
No,
And
there is no supporting or aiming. It's everyone for themselves.
Really?
So if you don't
That
get anything,
seems-
I'll take the pair of 10s.
That seems really like a huge oversight.
Maybe it's fixed in the second edition. Whoa,
I
boy.
also got 2 10s.
Nice.
Very nice.
The ale will be fine.
Yes, the ale will be fine. It probably won't even have any odd additives in it.
Doubt.
No, you've probably with 2 10s you'll get away from him doing that.
So that's everything. Let's leave, guys. We've perfectly sussed this place out.
How on
Well,
earth did
now
manage
we
get out
have
of
to
here
try
without
and
finding the
convince him
tunnel?
to stop being quite so pushy toward Norwich.
Here's a question: what did the Buckingham people? What did the Lord of Buckingham have a problem with? Just
Oh,
these
he
people
wants the
look
place
weird?
razed to the ground.
Yeah,
I know,
he's just
but-
generally got a problem with them existing.
Okay, they're just ugly people. Gotcha.
They're not part of his kingdom and refuse to be part of his kingdom.
And that's enough for him to want them dead.
It's not a.
That's how it works.
It's not a bad. You can't really make that say as a bad argument. We've used that argument ourselves
I mean,
several
yes.
times.
Yes,
That's
but
one of the reasons
we're
we don't
the
like him.
True kingdom. It's okay when we.
But would
It's okay
these
for you to
people
mass
join?
murder people.
Oh, here's a question: would these people join the True Kingdom?
Baby steps. Let's just try and get them so they're not trying to take over one of our probably soon to be holding.
I mean, they weren't really pushing out this way. They were just being proselyte. They're just being religiously fanatic-y.
First, then you ask nicely, and then you insist. That's how we operate too.
Do you want to be just straight with the guy and say we've come on the request of the Lord of what's his
Gilio
face?
takes off his trader hat, puts on his king hat.
It's called a
And-
crown.
Just walk out of the room, turn around, walk right back in with the royal robe, wearing the right way out this time.
I mean,
Be like
we-
that scene. Be like that scene in A Knight's Tale where. Fuck, I can't remember who it was.
The ever popular I am the manager trick.
Kind of, I guess.
Great. Now I'm the true king of England, and you should swear fealty to me.
Or at the very least, stop trying to take over my subjects.
I mean, we would have to be determined of oh, good sir, what would you believe more important, your Lord or your God?
Now, see, that's something you don't want to get into right away.
Yes. Or we're dealing with a kingship or popeship situation here.
Except this guy is the closest this place has to the Pope.
Well, no, the Pope is underwater. This is a Pope representative here.
He's clearly a bishop.
Papal. For fuck's sake, there are words for these things.
Popal?
Papal.
Potpourri.
Look, people, it's papal. Get it right.
Wait, so if you set a papal on fire, would that make him a potpourri? For instance?
Okay, I'm starting to regret showing up now.
Yeah, shall we call this off for another 6 months?
Whatever. Is it really 6 months?
No, it's about
Yeah,
3 months.
3.
The entirety of winter happened.
We just rolled poorly on the winter phase, that's all.
We really need... I keep saying this, but we really need to rope more people into...
Yes,
One more.
okay, I'll
Just
try and do
one.
recruitment.
We need to find some more...
I mean, just like, from what we've got. Like,
Just one. One would
we
be
still
plenty.
got plenty of people. It's just no one can show up.
Yep.
I mean, we're just trying to pussyfoot around the idea of, like, do we really want to burn these people down?
Signs point to
I would
yes.
like to not do that if we can help it.
I mean, these people are, like, Eldritch deity worshippers, and look what happened the last time we did that. Last time that happened in England last session. That's what that.
Last session.
Last season.
Campaign.
Last campaign.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I want to do something different than last campaign.
I mean, you're the king. That's different.
You're doing a much better diplomacy. I mean,
Even if we do intend to take one of the diplomatic targets and just straight up murder him because he pissed me
yeah, but that's only one as opposed to all of them.
That's completely normal for
true.
diplomacy, though.
That's true. That is a much better track record than we usually.
Yeah.
And doesn't that just say everything about us?
You are
Yep.
in a tunnel.
At least he's in an audible tunnel.
Yes, but he's defeated the robot.
During the fight, he got driven into the tunnel, but yeah.
That's the way it is. You walk into the tunnel, and then you can just take them out as they try and chase you down. It's much easier that way.
Well, it saves me with the angles.
Saved my butt in EDF a lot of
I
times.
don't know what it would be to try and convince him to tone down the missionaries a bit.
Charm?
I
some
don't have
kind of
charm. Fuck.
Kingship role?
Well, that would be Grace's.
Grace's
you
would probably be
I
Excel-
do have graces.
Use fight
Or
Excalibur.
perhaps bleed.
Bleed would also
He is a
work.
king. Kings
He
don't
has
plead.
no blink. He has no bleed.
Ambassadors plead.
I forget, how did we work out the kingship thing? I get like an extra die if I sort of show my hand with the sword, that is.
Yeah.
Do you have
You
the
get like
royal?
what's not a master die, is it an expert die? The one where you can pick before you roll.
But I'm
That's an expert,
curious,
yeah.
Yeah,
is
that's
showing
an expert
the
die.
sword a good idea because it
That's
might
That's why I was making sure before I rolled and used it.
You need to know what it is before he takes it out. If he just takes it out anywhere, people start screaming.
Well, yeah, because it's a fucking sword.
And the sword as well.
I mean, he's tried to like tamper whipping it out in public.
Gray, you motherfucker!
Well
did you...
done, Gray!
I just love the last level.
That's gotta be an episode title.
And the sword as well.
Raid, season episode 7, whipping it out in public.
Before you whip it out in public.
Oh, I really regret myself.
Yeah, embrace the
I was
insanity.
just leading you down the path. It's just quite funny.
Don't regret.
That's
Oh,
why
you're
I
leading him down a
regret
path before he
myself
whips it
and
out.
not you. That's why I regret myself and not you, because you're just leading me into...
lead me not into temptation.
Deliver me from fishmen.
The temptations where it's fun.
What?
You know, the worst
No,
part,
no.
tomorrow's gonna be worse because of daylight saving.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, my neighbors are still playing music.
Mm. So,
So, graces it is. I'm not using the sword yet. Because if I can get through this without telling him, hey, I could very easily and very justifiably kill you, we might get out of this without killing anyone and
But
also
that's not what the
burning
sword is
himself.
for. The sword is saying, I am the true king of England, rightful and blessed.
That's 5.
Nice. What's his roll?
would he be rolling against? Would he be rolling proselyte? Would he be rolling pleading against us? To
What
really
do you
try
roll to counter graces?
I would say for
I
him to
think
roll it.
graces counters graces.
Yeah. Let's
He
just
just
have a
really wants us to drink the
check.
Jesus juice.
He is a diplomat. What did I give him? His graces. Oop, 5.
Hey, even roll. And
Ex-
he gets jack shit.
Yep. Oh, why can't I just go to spellcasting?
Oh, fuck.
Hmm.
No, didn't mean to say anything.
Counterspell.
Oh,
If he
counterspell.
starts-
I can do counterspell.
I have counterspell.
You know what I got for that? I got counterflex. That's over here.
That doesn't affect
If-
magic. I think. I don't know how your flexing works.
I counterspell him by shining the light off my muscles into his eyes.
Oh my god.
He's not actually throwing a spell because
He's not.
he's actually he'd be doing more dice if he was throwing a spell anyway.
Right.
My muscles ripple and my
he
foot
agrees
like
that yes, they will
explodes.
back off on sending out the missionaries for a time. Just one or two lifetimes, just a short time.
How long is a lifetime?
What for you guys? What 10 years? For us, a couple of centuries. If that's if we don't
only
make the full
about
transition.
Twice one of ours.
Yeah.
I'm trying to gently let him know that yes, we do actually live a decently long time.
Oh, okay. We just never see the same guys more than once.
That's because of the proselytizing.
Yeah, they're not particularly keen on coming back when they come here and all they get is 4 hours of being told, hey, our god is really good, you should follow him.
But our God is really good and everyone should be following him.
Yes, but it's not a particularly selling way to keep people around.
Also,
Oh.
cursed gold, not that
You're
great.
saying we should be
Especially
more
ones that we
subtle.
caught.
You didn't roll Erie, did you?
I did.
I'm
Oh, okay.
I'm the only one here who knows that the gold is irrevocably cursed.
Yeah,
so-
you have no idea it's cursed, Discord. It's just gold, and you
and
were all
I
forgetting it
didn't
earlier.
bring that up.
Discard. I would like to not insult the guys who we've just successfully diplomatized not once but twice.
Alright.
Right, so we will start the shipment with the first 20 casks of ale. You have a port, of course.
Of course.
Excellent,
It is called Snake Fort. Well, it used to be called Snake Port.
Oh, that's why I didn't recognise it. Yeah, I know Stateport. Yeah,
Well, you
not very
should know
friendly
the
people.
way then.
Oh yes. Well, we'll send one of our ships down with the ale. We don't have to worry about cross country. Because if I'm right, you own quite a bit of the land.
Well, soon to be somewhat more.
Yeah. Your king's a bit of a bastard, though, isn't he?
He's a great king. What are you talking about?
I'm
Spreading rumors.
I am keeping my mouth
You
shut.
are doing very well. I am provoking you quite heavily tonight, and you're doing quite well.
He just
I
bought how
am
many
instantly
this
rising
time?
to his defense. I
The
should
king
throw
is-
empathy. Figure out if he knows.
Yeah.
How do I have anything? Do I have anything I could roll? It's not physical.
Throw empathy to try and figure out what his angle is on insulting the true king of England.
I think he just thinks I'm a bastard.
Yeah. He's getting
I
you
would
and
like
the
to-
last person to come
No,
No,
across.
he's not a
the game.
Stark.
My graces are bad, so I'm going to say no.
So-
Last time I checked, he was inlet.
Adrian kind of gets the feeling that he's getting like the king's confused. You know,
No. The true King of England has the sword. He's not a Stark.
Yeah, no, he knows that the king came across from the continent. He's just like 20 years out of date. He thinks you're
He's
William.
thinking William the Bastard.
Oh, I get it now.
So he's just literally he's living around that long that all these kings blur into one.
So are you going to correct him? No, not that king.
Yes, I've already done so. No, Adrian's not not Adrian. Rogelio's not a bastard. His parents were married. Great king.
And last time I checked, his parents were French.
Great king.
No, okay. Different one?
Lifted the curse on Chelmsford. Quieted the barbarian hordes. Was it Ipswich or Colchester?
Ipswich. Colchester was our mating
Right.
ground because it was-
Subdued the barbarians at Ipswich. I mean, he's a great king. Done all kinds of things. You should really swear fealty to him.
No, we only swear fealty to Father Dagon and Mother Hydra. Although, if the king was to take the that, then we could like combine kingdoms.
What about the guy above them? Unimportant.
Yeah,
try not to-
that's where our theology gets a little bit weird. Although we are truly, and you just get this feeling he's about to launch into this massive thing.
I got this.
What did I tell you about not asking about faith?
I got this pamphlet about this thing called Yog Shoggoth, and it sounds familiar.
Yog Sothoth, get it right.
Yog Sothoth?
It's literally right in front of you. How did you get that wrong?
Look, I don't know how to
It's
pronounce
one of
it.
those big curly S's that looks like an F.
You always mispronounce the names of eldritch abominations so that you don't get their attention, unless you're trying to get their attention.
mispronounce them anyway, but people still come up with conventions to refer to them in the verbal.
Look, I don't know how to pronounce these little tilde T's, alright?
That's called calligraphy.
Just feed it into a Russian translator, it'll be fine.
Da, comrade.
What's Russian?
I'm pretty sure
It's when you
when you
run
go too
really
fast.
fast at something.
Okay.
You go
Wait,
too fast.
currently isn't it just a step in the Mongols at the moment?
I'm pretty sure Russia, like, not modern Russia, obviously, but
The Rus exist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a ruse. It would be rude to think not. Anyways, mission
They are
complete.
not a ruse.
well, it's not quite complete.
Well, you have brought a trading agreement with Yarmouth.
Clearly that's what we came here for, and we'll
No,
forget
it's
completely.
Norwich.
Trading
Scrappy.
agreement with Yarmouth, they're not gonna be so particularly
Pushy.
evangelical with Norwich.
But
Now all we have to do is go back and give Buckingham the good news.
Is that what you
Have
call
you
the
heard the
sword
good
now?
news of the true King of England?
Well, I'm
Is that what
referring
you
to
call the sword?
town. I'm referring to the town, not the man. The good news is the man won't be around much longer.
I thought I honestly don't know where where we're coming out of this whole. I thought we were cool with this guy. Up
No,
until
it was fine after the session, and this hatred has built up in the 3 months since we last played.
Yes.
Tsundere King
On
of
the boat
England.
trip down, someone mentioned, man, Buckingham guy was a bit of a jerk. Everyone agreed, and then he had to...
No, we were just saying how handsome he looked, and the king got jealous.
No, he didn't get jealous. He got reminded of all the aristocrats who sort of took away his entire life. Basically, killing this guy is part of catharsis for his girlfriend's husband, sticking him on an island for 10 years.
Ah, yes, the island. I remember the island.
Yeah, so do
Were
I.
you also
We
there?
were there. It was weird.
It was terrible. Horrid.
Oh no, you
This
went
one guy
10
just
years
wouldn't
without a
shut up.
good drink.
I was unable to brew wine out of anything.
You had coconuts though.
I tried.
That would
tried.
make vodka.
Coconut vodka.
Anyway,
Really?
I think
Vodka
we'll
is to
catch
forget.
the next fish boat back up to Norwich.
No, you have to be careful when you say that here.
We'll take the boat we came on.
We will
Okay.
take the next
I think
trade
that
vessel
was
out
gone.
of Norwich
At this point.
and towards Norwich.
Alright, so, yeah, you'll get them, and they've kind of... It's a bit of a smellier trip back up, I will say that.
Well, yeah, it's full of fish.
It's full of fish.
Okay.
But, you know, they're quite surprised that, you know, you've kind of gone off and you've come back, and...
And the
Yeah.
guys we came back with aren't trying to sell them on the religion.
Yeah. So, yeah, you arrived back in Norwich. Are you going to go find the local lord? Should we call him lord?
Do they have one? I thought they were
Nah.
under Buckingham's.
Yeah.
The local
they're,
leader?
yeah, I suppose they're under Buckingham's power. So
They still have a headman.
the knight, although he won't technically be a knight at this level. Bailiff, sergeant.
The guy who works the swords.
Yeah. The stab master.
Stab master. That's
The village
good.
stabman.
Wait, there's a stab
That's
master
that's
here?
canon, by the way.
I need to there's a stab master. I need to challenge him to a stabbing contest. Or I am also a stab master.
If there's a stab master, is there a shield keeper?
Yeah, there will be.
Well, yeah, but he's in Thetford.
The stab master is the guy in charge of like everything, and the shield keeper is basically trying to clean up afterwards. He's like the judge.
They're married, as it turns out.
Of
Yeah.
course they're married.
So stab master is the old Englishman mayor, and shield keeper is basically the judge. And they both have like a military role, of course, because it's the medieval period.
Of course. All noble titles are also military ranks.
Which is really fucking annoying if you think about it.
That just means you don't need to draft officers.
Alright, so
Mhm.
just trying to find behind the name.
I have an idea. Let's make Norwich the seat of the county.
Why?
Well, because we already know a guy who runs the place.
Clearly, for you, the king, you are correct. So I shall not question.
And
Eldrick
also,
Wolf.
he'll probably be a lot more likely to not try to kill us for suggesting we kill his lord if we tell him he's going to be the new lord.
Do you want to go and talk and tell him you want to go kill his lord?
It would help instead of killing his lord first and then coming and asking for forgiveness.
Let's go and speak to his lord then. It means to him, not his lord. I would rather not have to ask for. It would probably be silly if we try to ask permission for the guy we're about to kill.
Just to be clear, the guy we're about to kill is Buckingham.
Yes.
Yes.
The stab master is the guy I'm trying to set up as the new lord.
Just the best name.
I have this feeling, kind of like
Best
skewed
name.
far off the beaten track here.
What's that?
Nothing.
Like the stab master?
Alright, so
I-
Eldrick Wolfric. Is the
Eldrick? I
Eldrick?
like him better now.
I'm just
Yep.
going to walk up to him. would you like a promotion?
I'm sorry,
You
sir.
Presenting his Royal Majesty, the true King of England. Now you ask
See-
if he wants a promotion.
Well, yeah, okay, fine, whatever.
It doesn't work if he doesn't know who you are.
I mean, honestly, if he thought we had any chance of actually doing this, he might go along with it even not knowing that I'm the king.
That's true.
Anyway, yes, I will reveal my identity to him and then ask him if he would like a promotion because, well, there's about to be a vacancy.
Alright, so you whip it out in front of him, and
Oh my fucking god!
No,
You're
he
ne-
just puts on
I'm
his
never
king hat.
gonna. That's just never gonna leave, is it?
no.
Ever.
You just shove your kingly authority in his face.
Anyway, so yeah, you draw the sword, and a couple of 8s. Let's see what he can do. Loyalty check. Oh, that was so close.
He got this straight. Holy shit.
Nearly a straight. He's
No.
just missing a 7.
Broken.
Yeah.
I hated that guy.
Straight.
And yeah, he'll be kind of, oh, what, a promotion? Well, what kind of promotion? I'm already the stabmaster of this wonderful city. And my
Would you
liege
like to be the
is...
stab master of an entire county?
Well, I would lie if I said not, but of course I would not betray my lord.
Well, you won't need to. All the betrayal will be on my side of the. I can't.
You're not betraying him, are we?
No.
Well, technically, it's not a betrayal, actually. Yeah. If you swear fealty to me, it would not be a betrayal when I murder him.
You can demand he step down. Don't know if we can quite get away with murder. Now, the best option is if he refuses to swear fealty to you, and then you can straight up murder him.
You're probably going to have to hit him with either a charm or a fascinate at this point, because you are pretty much asking
Ooh,
him
I
to...
only have 4 in fascinate, and I don't have charm at all.
Charm is the stat.
Quick, backup dancers.
Sorry, I'm not very fascinating.
It's 9s.
That's athletics.
Damn. Well, you're definitely in
backup
position.
dancing.
Can he get a bonus grade?
Well, that's definitely going to be intimidating. As he flexes his way through the shirt. I have to say, I think Addis must be like Cavell in The Witcher, where he wears out his clothing so regularly he has to be replaced.
Mm-hmm. Wait, we're talking about the Witcher game or the Witcher series?
Series. When Harry Cavell is filming The Witcher, apparently his pecs were so strong they were wearing out the Witcher costume and they had to keep replacing it.
Damn. I'm impressed. Yes, I am. I have made the joke that I have probably ripped quite a few shirts by flexing.
Yeah, but this
My-
time. Oh wait, no. Yeah. So
My wife gets
anyway,
annoyed
someone
by-
with like some form of
Social
not
skill?
Shit. That's the thing. I have social skill. I do not have much in fascinate.
What's your base charm check?
3.
I mean,
My fascinate is 4, but that's not.
how
much
about
better.
this, Craig? Can I give an inspire check to this man to say, like, do you, sir? You have a lot in your life. I can understand. Your Lord has given you much, but there are greater and wiser decisions to be made with a new and much more profitable Lord, one who believes in expansion and the grandness of England. 2 3s?
Three
Well,
threes.
that's 3 3s.
Come. You speak of sloth. You speak of sedentary. You speak of just being happy with this small dink podunk town that's right on the outskirts of this right outskirts of. Oh, yes, two. Oh,
I don't
three.
think he's having it.
Nope.
No. I've made a sacred vow to my lord. I can't just set that aside. How would you trust me? You know, if I was willing to betray my lord, how would you trust me not to betray yourself?
The threat of impending threat of violence and death.
I
Is that
already
how
have that.
Then there would be there would be real no difference, right?
Well, but except you're more likely to kill me and move on.
No. See, no. Thing
Oh,
is,
jeez.
we don't kill people for betrayals. We make them our friends.
What?
I have no clue what I'm talking about. Let's continue on.
That's just.
I'm kind of not sure why we're trying to recruit this guy, anyways.
Our king is because it was our king's idea.
All right, the king declared that we should do this thing, so obviously it's the best idea of all possible ideas.
Yes.
Forgot for a minute there.
That's how the medieval
What did
period
I
works.
declare?
So
You said you wanted to recruit this guy, so everyone's holding over to recruiting me, and they're not quite sure why they're bothering.
Oh, I thought I'd recruited. I thought I'd declared something else in the interim. So
No, we're still trying to accomplish the previous declaration.
Man, being attendants to the king is tiring. It is glorious.
probably not helping that being the king is tiring.
The king shall know
Ooh,
now.
I have an idea. Great.
Yeah.
Can I plead to at least get his, I guess, agreeance that this is a legitimate claim? Like, if I
Yeah.
kill him and install someone else, can I get him to agree to that?
Yeah. You basically stand idle.
Thank you, Crusader Kings.
I have manufactured a claim against Buckingham. Namely, that he's a jerk.
Namely, he's very handsome and therefore must die.
Hang on. There we go. Buckingham, as
Damn
part of England,
claim.
falls under the sway of the true King of England. There, legitimate claim.
And since he has refused thus far to actually submit to my authority, well, he's an illegitimate claim.
Well, while I cannot, of course, be known to be an expert in this law, that would of course be the I was going to say shield maiden, the shield keeper. I can see the logic to your approach. Yes, if my lord was to die without heir, and currently he has no heir, well, no illegal heir, but you know he can nominate one at any time. Then yes, I would of course have to find myself a new liege.
How long does it take us to get from here to Buckingham?
What's that? Where's the scale on this thing?
And remember, we can't just take a straight path, we have to follow the road.
It's probably about 10 miles, so if you ran hard, a few hours. Rode hard, sorry, not ran.
Yeah, I think running would take a bit longer. But what about at more of a casual conqueror's pace, like we're coming back from a very successful endeavor in Yarmouth? Basically, I'm asking how many days I should tell him to wait for us to come back. Assume that it will not take more than a day to kill Buckingham.
Yeah, probably about 3-4 hours, so a couple of days.
I mean, we could... If we left at dawn, we could probably crack that out in one, to be honest.
Yeah. Get in, kill Buckingham, get out.
And then basically have him decide on the new Lord of Buckingham, I guess. Basically, I'm going to tell him that in a couple of days, well, it won't be
Look
an
to
issue
the
anymore.
east. Wait, no, that's a different one.
Yeah, he'd have to look to the west. If he looks to the east, he's just going to see Yarmouth.
Pretty sure that's the Lord of the Rings coast, wasn't it?
I don't remember, honestly.
Oh no, it looked to the western sky.
Well, that's just a Starkania. Ugh.
No, it was looked to the east. Yeah, it looked to make
Well,
the
yeah,
wing.
but it would have had to be to the east because that was where Mordor was.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, I'm basically telling him we'll be back in a couple of days. Be prepared to agree to us being legitimate and all that.
Yes. I'll be ready.
And then we will set off for Buckingham again.
Hooray! Right,
Coconuts.
Coconuts. There's the guys
Hey,
that
you're out of the
tunnel.
tunnel, Zeb.
The epic battle is pushing back.
It feels like we're losing our momentum.
Right.
Getting tired.
So, you arrive back at Buckingham, which of course has got a yeah, it's pretty much the same as
I should
you
hope
left
so. We've only been a couple
of days. Yeah, there's no extra guards.
We've only been gone for a year and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, a week and a half.
Was that Terran or was that Gray?
That was me.
He's
That was
blending.
Darren.
You're blending something now.
Making tea.
Oh, so
Okay.
you're boiling something.
Yeah. Getting tired. Need caffeine. Making tea.
All right. That looks good.
So it's essentially when we come in, I'm going to tell, I guess, the nearest guardsman of any real stature that we need a private audience with Lord Buck.
Yep. And they will, of course, bring you in. There we go.
Your monocle fell off. How embarrassing for you.
Wow, he does not look nearly as cleaned up as he did before.
Of course not. He's wearing blue. It's not his color.
It's got to be red as well. That's a bit.
He should have gone with green.
I don't know if he actually wears green.
I'm making a reference to the film. The King of France was wearing green.
Oh yes, because green was the last year's fashion. Yes.
I still don't know what movie this is.
The most recent
Musketeers.
Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
It has airships.
It's kind of like steampunk version.
I didn't realize that they were making any Three Musketeers movies.
And this is like years ago now.
It's a good story, so of course they had to
I
remake
gotta
it.
say, I'm pretty sure Orlando Bloom's a bit older than that by now.
Hollywood.
Dear God, the first Pirates movie was almost 20 years ago.
Welcome to being old.
Welcome to the 21st century. Everything sucks.
Hmm.
We're working on that.
Not going to enjoy growing older.
I mean, there's an option. Don't take it.
Yes, thank you for advising me not to commit suicide. That's
You're welcome.
Ooh, that's a bit off, but as we're probably not going to see him again,
it doesn't really matter, does it?
no, I would just share that one out as well. Because he had some great
That
costumes.
just looks terrible.
So wait, what has happened?
What is wrong with those boots?
This is why we don't like him. His taste in shoes is tacky.
What the hell? I'm having a hard time figuring out the proportions.
That just looks terrible. It's because his pants are bloused and very baggy.
That and the stripes, that's probably not helping.
So wait, have we decided to kill him yet, or what's going on?
We decided that
We're trying to get
hours
him
ago.
alone in a room with us.
Alright, so yes, he won't be alone in a room. There'll be other guards, but you can get him all pretty private. Is probably the best way of saying it.
I have not had time to subordinate any of his guards. They don't work for us.
Well, we can stab
Well,
him.
then just keep your. I forget.
Gentlemen,
Did we ever actually tell this guy who we are?
yes, because you offered him a place on the council.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's why we wanted to kill him.
You were full on just going to make him part of your thing, and then like the more you thought about it, the more you hated him, and the more you decided you needed to die.
Again, nothing against Orlando Bloom. It's just this
the way it is.
particular character.
The character is the baddie of the film, and you are supposed to hate him, so it's fine.
So
Well, one of the-
basically,
one
we're
of
just
the buddies.
playing it according to canon.
Yeah.
Sadly, they haven't been invented yet, so we can't fire him out of one.
When you're ready,
you.
sire, if you want me to bop him on the head, or do you want to, bop his guards on the head?
I'm assuming we brought some of that ale back with us too, as sort of a taste of, well, what we've gained.
Really?
Mouth taste.
This is all they had to loot. They
And
didn't
a
have
lot
any.
of first gold.
This and fish.
We left the gold because it's cursed.
You can't loot fish.
You can loot fish.
So basically, I'm going to
But
take
he's
one of the casks that we bought with shoes somehow. Still not entirely sure how that.
It's called barter.
And I'm going to tap it and offer him and his guards a drink.
Oh.
A toast.
He's going to kind of recoil a little bit. I think your wine has gone off from the smell.
Oh, it's not wine, it's ale.
Oh. Ale. Is that
Ale.
in fashion?
The king drinks it.
You can. The king drinks.
I mean, the king drinks it.
You can kind of see the thing warring in his head.
Alright, I gotta go again. Be right back.
Yep.
We're probably ending soon, so.
Well, as soon as
About
Buckingham
the time
says.
to roll for initiative.
That's probably for the in this actually. Do we?
Everyone knows what those words mean.
What is that for? Also, wow, that is
Tie.
Why are you rolling fate dice?
because
Just-
they're there and can be
just-
rolled, I assume.
Yeah. We're not like we're playing a Fate game yet.
Yet.
We have got many other games to get to before fate. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going
Anyway.
against fate, but yeah.
Adrian has made a pretty convincing argument, it looks like.
I've inspired him to try it.
Yes. Okay.
Unless, of course, he wants to resist, because, it does smell kind of weird.
It does smell weird. He's probably going to resist. Where are his stats?
It would be gravely offensive if he referred to refuse a gift from the king, gift from his lord and lead.
Alright.
We should definitely make the toast to him wearing fealty to the king. That way, when he refuses.
Oh,
continue
once
from there.
again, one
Again!
off of a straight.
One off the straight. Ugh.
And I think it's a 6 again.
Yeah.
Wait, are we implying he's not? Sorry, that
he's
was
probably
just too low of hanging fruit.
Yeah, that was not great. Not great. Anyway, it looks like he was convinced that not
yes.
partaking would
Just
be a graven.
just one thing to do first, of course, and like the kind of like rather stocky guy appears out of nowhere,
The taste tester.
yeah, kind of takes it up, swirls it around his mouth, swallows, kind of does a kind of like yeah, not bad. It's
And
different
then
to what he's used
dies.
to.
We didn't poison this one.
We didn't poison any of them.
It
Why
would have
we
been.
poison it? That'd be terrible.
Yeah.
If this one's poisoned, that means oh shit.
Well, we're gonna have to burn down Innsmouth. It's just the way it
No,
is.
no, it's not poisoned.
It
Okay.
would have been great if
I wish
it
I'd
was.
thought of
Though.
that. I really wish I'd thought of that though.
You can
Just
think of
on
it
the
right
glass.
now.
Praise Dagon.
Yeah, just the priest off in the background going, "Mwah, ah, ah, ah." But no,
Everything according.
yeah, he kind of nods and then pours a wine glass of it for his master, because his master, of course, only has wine glasses.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
we're
gosh.
just drinking out of the cups that they gave us.
I've got a mug.
I have a travel tin.
Travel tin.
Right, and he will sip it, and he will grimace, almost choke. But he will force it down because he is not going to show that he is his new liege like something that he doesn't.
I'm going to signal to Adrian to go ahead and lock the door.
Right then. Where's
All
my
right,
sneak?
so that's
Oh, I don't
going to
have
be a
Well, no, I'm going to then turn to Buckingham and just
no.
say,
To lock the
we
door will
don't
be a
want-
stealth check.
No, I'm going to have him do it in the open and just say we don't really want anyone to
Okay.
drop in on this discussion. Which is
Yep.
entirely true, so I don't know what I'm going to roll for.
Graces.
Grace, yeah.
Of course it's Grace's.
A lot of this falls under Grace's.
That's a good thing I don't have to roll.
Oh, sevens.
I have charm 2.
Two.
And he's going for it.
Yeah, no, he'll accept that. So, oh yes, guards. Right, one of the guards actually will go out to stand on the other side of the door to make sure no one's listening. So you're probably down to 2 guards in the room now, and him,
And the door's locked.
and the door is
Marvelous.
locked.
From the inside.
Yep.
Marvelous.
Someone shouts, "My God, he's been poisoned!" and we stab him. He's trying to poison the
I
king.
don't think anyone's going to fall for that.
Ah, stabbing leaf. Makes you look like you've been stabbed.
I'm just being silly.
That's me continuing the silly.
Yeah.
This
It's a good night for silly.
This ale was poisoned with a dagger. It somehow fell out into his chest.
3 times.
Uh-oh.
That's fine.
Alright. So, what is it you wish to discuss with me, my liege? I'm just waiting for, Addis to just walk behind him and just do the, 90-degree twist.
Well, yeah, I am going to motion for the others to sort of take up position behind all of these guys as I, ostensibly just to give me a bit more focus, but...
So, Gideon marking one of the guards.
I will mark a guard too.
Alright.
That takes care of both the guards.
I will pour a thing of ale and come over to one of the guards with it and offer it.
Yeah, you can't get the guards drunk.
Now, I'm not gonna get the guards drunk. Not to get the guards drunk, because you know what you do when you have a beverage in front of a guard's face.
You
Yes.
punch them with it.
Right, a splash at. No, wait, wrong button.
Power the Joker.
Are you using splash?
Get him in the face, and then you shake him in the front. Okay, not yet. Not yet, though.
Not yet, no.
Are you using splash? Don't you know that doesn't do anything?
As y'all get into position, I'm just gonna be making, small talk, telling him how Norwich is doing, that sort of thing.
So, what are the deep ones? Have you burned their city to the ground? The village?
Ah, well, that is the most interesting part of our story, actually.
Oh, go on. Was there much
I'm
loot?
going to go ahead and stand up, motion for him to join. Getting close to him. Would you like to know where this ale is from?
Sure, it's a
already
unique
told
vintage.
him?
That's 3 9s.
3 9s. Sword straight up through the chin, I assume.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
All right. Can I?
The guards will start,
and
and
I
go for
will.
the swords.
I will stab the guard I'm nearby with my sword, and this is going to set this way 10. So 2 10s and 2 6s.
So he will attempt to dodge.
Not with
Out.
that roll.
So
And then
2
it's
10s
with-
will, we'll say that because he's unaware, and we'll get towards the end of the session. 2 10s will just onto the throat.
Alright, my turn.
Yep.
Alright, pair of 9s.
3 5s. We might go for the faster. Depends what he rolls.
Honestly,
Nothing.
yeah,
I can't get a
these
pair.
guys can't dodge for shit.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Look,
They're so
respect.
shocked that at what happened. They obviously
No.
don't expect the
No,
spear
they
to appear in one of
they
them.
were selected not for their martial prowess, but for their aesthetic pleasure.
Yes, they're the most mean-looking guys, but they can't actually fight.
Intimidation factor.
Yep.
Oh?
Uh-huh.
Actually, no, we did leave all of our own guards out in the hall as well.
Yeah.
They probably don't know what we just did yet, though.
No. Right. You have Duke blood all over your hands. What are you gonna do?
Well, first off, I'm going to go over, unlock the door, and ask the guard that he posted outside to come in for.
And the guy will walk in.
Don't you want a towel?
Yeah, he's pretty quick off the mark, actually.
Not quick enough. I got 2 9s.
2 10s.
Three 9s.
Guy,
Basically, a bunch of swords just appear in this guy's body.
Just turned him into a pincushion.
Yeah. For dunk. And yes, alright, the area is yours.
Going
No
to
one has
call
had
in
chance
the
to
leader
scream,
of our
yes, so
guard
that's pretty good.
outside. Sorry, what?
and what?
No one's had chance to scream, so no one's really
It's
onto
entirely
this
silent. I'm going to call in the guards outside and basically tell them that starting now, this place belongs to us. Anyone who disagrees with that, well, I'll just motion to the corpses.
Alright.
Unfortunately, Buckingham had decided not to swear fealty to the king. Would you like to swear fealty to the king?
Did Buckingham
Intimidate.
have any heirs or graces or heirs to
I have
to
Inspire.
his title?
No, this is definitely intimidate.
I don't have intimidate.
Well, tough, you got to roll intimidate.
I have charm.
Swear to the king.
Oh no, I should clarify. I'm telling that our guards that are soldiers that we brought.
Oh, you're
to
soldiers. Sorry, I thought you were doing.
support-
I thought this was the others.
Oh, no. What others?
And calling in some more of his guards and then telling
Oh,
them.
no.
No, our guards, our soldiers. Sorry, I should.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. That makes more sense, to be honest.
Abdicated. That's the word I want. Buckingham has abdicated
That works.
to a successor of the king's choosing.
Okay.
Now let's get to the pillaging. Get our wealth up a bit.
Are you actually just going to go straight to pillaging?
Well, no, we're just going to make sure that the people of Buckingham are made aware of the change in management, and then we're going to fetch their new lord.
Ah. Wolfric. So, yes, I think you are going to have to make me a roll to deal with the rest of his guards.
Like
So,
what kind
how
of
do we
roll?
want to play this?
Yeah,
here can
basically,
lie?
what's your tactic? You can intimidate. You can try and charm them. You might be able to try and fascinate them.
I've got 5 dice in lie. I could tell them that he tried to kill me.
What
Tell them
athletics?
he abdicated.
Would athletics work?
Well, no, because he abdicated. They're still gonna know he's dead if they find the corpse, which they will, because we can't exactly get it out of the place without them seeing it.
Tapestry.
We can always say that we can always
Roll
say
the bodies up in a tapestry and have our guys carry it out.
Is this
we can always
basically do a reverse of what's her
Yes.
face? Cleopatra.
Wow.
All right, what Gray? What skill would it be to roll a body up in a tapestry and carry it out?
Stealth.
Stealth to not get noticed that you've got a bloody tapestry.
No, they'll see,
Literally,
they'll-
a bloody tapestry.
Yes, that
Oh,
wasn't
no,
me
I know.
cursing.
Okay, I was gonna build it.
Tapestry. It absorbs most of the blood.
All right. I mean, we could just throw the tapestry out the window.
That would cause other issues.
That would cause issues.
Loads of people just going around their business in the castle courtyard, and suddenly
Then
the
Buckingham
Suddenly
falls out the
Duke's
window.
body
A suspiciously lumpy tapestry just falls out of a window.
with a splat.
I mean, if we were going to throw him out the window, we should have just thrown him out the window.
I mean, I could just.
I
fight
still
every
say
guy.
I still say lie might be the better option.
Yep.
Gray, since I am the king and have the sword, can I get a bonus die on the...
Yeah, you can get a bonus
It's a
die for
sort
that.
of brutal lying.
Sort of promised victory. Victorian lying occasionally.
It's the sword of shut the fuck up, I'm the king. And my
There it
extra
is.
die...
King has spoken.
Well, I got 8 anyway.
Well, rolling a d6 doesn't really help you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
just saying.
Well, that's 8s and 4s.
Yeah,
So.
so that'll be fine. Yeah, so people will accept that, the Duke was trying to betray you. There'll of course be a few people who think it's a bit thing, but a bit off, but they're not really in a position to do anything.
And even if they were, we still have more swords than them.
Yes, you have plenty of extra swords. Alright, so Buckingham is added to your realm. Hooray! And that seems like a good place to wrap up for the week.
Sometimes murder is the correct option.
Yeah.
Violence solves a lot of problems.
And sometimes it's not. See Yarmouth.
Yeah. Well, you did quite well. You diplomatised one and then you brutally murdered another. Yeah.
And we only had to kill
Opposite side
4
that we
people.
normally do, but
Yeah.
sure.
We
Instead of
only had to
killing-
kill 4 people to add 3 towns to our realm.
2.
Which is pretty darn good.
Oh, is that for
We haven't gotten Yarmouth yet.
Yarmouth isn't yours.
No, they
I-
refused.
The
Let's
3
do
I
some
was
more
talking
work.
about were Norwich, Buckingham, and Dapper. I thought
Oh, yeah.
the circle was
Look.
his realm of influence.
Yes,
Clearly,
it
we
was.
just
So
preempted his obvious and clear betrayal that was going to come in the future.
you've kind of got everything up to the fens, I'd say.
That's fair.
And then, but with a little novel cut out for...
We don't have Ginnon, but
You don't have Ginnon, you don't have Yarmouth, but you've got all those other little
We've
villages.
got that corridor straight to the sea through
Yeah.
the.
So
forest.
I'll do an updated map for next time because, of course, we'll be moving into 11:05, and a few things will have updated.
Also, if you screw with it here, it'll just
Who
fuck
did we
up.
who did we marry off the that one lady, the
I was
general
one.
lady?
Yeah, it was.
No, not
too,
the Duchess. I'm talking about the general lady who was a part of with the horde
Oh.
people.
No,
Oh,
she's
the
not-
mercenary? I don't think we married her to anyone.
No, she's not
Yeah.
married to anyone.
Okay.
She's not a political marriage situation. She's we're paying her essentially to stay within our kingdom situation.
All right. So, good session. Plenty done.
Good session.
Goodbye, Orlando Bloom. You did your job.
Next person should be Vincent Price.
Oh Lord. Well,
No, Vincent-
see y'all in 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months for the next session. Excellent.